A few days ago, we had the opportunity to travel to Las Vegas, Nevada to visit a hotel that simulated the setting of Volition's new video game, the reboot of Saints Row. Santo Ileso, the next city that we will explore in the franchise, opened its doors to immerse us for a little more than 4 hours in the title that will release on August 23, 2022. The Thunderbird Boutique Hotel was transformed to receive around 20 journalists and influencers in a closed-door sessions where we had the opportunity to play the campaign mode and even live some of the experiences of the fictitious city. We turned into a bus and even enjoyed a Metalachi concert to live the full experience. Part of the game's charms lies in the design of our main character. As we describe in an article about the Boss Factory, the tool players use to create their character, the game starts with a brief narrative intro that will lead us to meet the boss. After creating our character, the story will show us a sort of fatal outcome, which will be the preamble to learn about their origin. The plot's initial stages will take us to sort of squad that will try to solve a mission headed by Wen, commander of the Marshals, a private armed elite group from whom we only receive bad treatment and orders. As usual in the games of the series, this entire stage will be full of absurd and ironic moments, where we will be practically invincible in order to reach the end of the mission. This event will lead us to a lucky break to put us in charge of a more important mission, although our failure will result in the loss of our job. This part is where our roomies and future accomplices will have their entrance to seek to be the bosses of all Santo Ileso. But for that, we will need a lure that we will get the hard way, by means of a construction truck and a few turns to the landowner. This is where we will begin our adventure in this open world, selecting our missions to complete them one by one. Hands down, the Control is one of the best adapted to the genre and the series itself, as it has a disc menus on the fly where we can select the type of weapon we are going to use or the perks or moves that we will gain as we level up in experience. Another important change is the way in which we drive a car. It now has a sort of charge or sweep, get our enemies out of the lane. Mastering this movement helps considerably in pursuit missions. An additional feature that is appreciated is that despite being able to shoot from the car, we can now climb on the car's canopy to shoot standing or lying down, just like in an action movie. One of the most appealing replayability elements is that as we complete missions, we will gain items to customize our avatar from mask to celebration moves. Definitely, one of the things that shines the most is the user interface. In fact, we had a chance to talk to Danielle Bentien, Associate User Interface Artist, and she gave us all the details about the conception of the smartphone menu, the way perks are selected, movements, the creation process, and so on. Saints Row retains that animation approach that exaggerates the physics in favor of the absurd narrative, but in general, the character design, levels, textures, and even lighting effects are well achieved. It should be noted that the version that we tested was a PC port, so we'll have to see how it finally turns out in the console versions. But at least in the PC Master Race, it looks to be a great title that will demand the best graphic cards. Open world where you spend part of your time in a car can go wrong when it comes to radio, and Saints Row is no exception. This section really impresses with the variety of melodies as well as announcers. The Spanic touch is present in almost all its radio stations that offer a good number of genres for all kinds of tastes. Without a doubt, Saints Row will give us many surprises on its release date, since the personal touch that we can provide is monumental. Whether it is the weapons, our boss, or cars, will make us live our adventure in Santo Ileso at a unique level. Saints Row will arrive this year on August 23rd on Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and PC via Epic Games. And for everything related to Open Game Worlds, explosions and previews, stay tuned to Mary Station USA.